Gentlemen, lean in for a second. You've probably been there, sitting across from a woman you're interested in. The silence hanging heavy and your brain scrambling for something clever to say. Your heart's racing. You don't want to come off as boring, but you also don't want to fire off the same tired, "So what do you do?" questions she's heard from every guy since high school. Here's the truth. Most guys struggle not because they can't talk, but because they don't ask the right questions. The kind of questions that make her pause, smile, lean in, and suddenly start opening up in a way you didn't think possible. This is Dark Psychology, and I'm Amelia. Today I'm giving you 10 of the best questions to ask a girl you like. These aren't random icebreakers. These are powerful conversation starters designed to get her talking, thinking, and most importantly, feeling something when she's with you. Because when you can make her feel, you can make her remember you. Question number 1. If you had a one-way time travel ticket, when would you go to? Now, imagine this. She's holding a one-way ticket through time. She can go anywhere, but she can't come back. Would she go to the past? Maybe the 1970s, where the streets were filled with disco lights, bell-bottom jeans, and the smell of rebellion in the air. Would she want to meet the legends of history, dance through Woodstock, or witness the moon landing firsthand? Or maybe she'd jump forward 1,000 years into the future, where teleportation is as normal as texting and humans live, among the stars. Would she want to see how civilization has evolved? Or maybe she's curious about her own legacy, about what people will remember centuries after she's gone. Here's why this question is pure gold. It tells you whether she's a nostalgic soul who longs for the charm of the past, or a visionary who's obsessed with the possibilities of tomorrow. And best of all, it opens the door to a fun, playful, and even a little bit philosophical conversation. Pro tip: don't just let her answer and move on. Share your own. That back and forth builds a real emotional bridge between you. Question number 2. What's the craziest, most spontaneous thing you've ever done? Gentlemen, this one is like lighting a fuse. Ask it, then sit back and watch her eyes light up as she mentally rewinds through her wildest memories. Maybe she'll tell you about skinny dipping in the freezing ocean at midnight. Maybe she once booked a last-minute flight to a foreign country just because she saw the ticket was cheap. Or maybe, just maybe, she'll freeze for a second and admit she's never really done anything crazy. And that's when you smile and say, "Guess we'll have to change that." The beauty of this question is that it gives you a snapshot of her adventurous side. Is she a thrill seeker who loves taking risks, or does she prefer comfort, safety, and predictability? Either way, it's a chance to connect over shared energy. Whether that means adrenaline-packed adventures or quiet, meaningful moments. And don't forget, her answer is a window into whether she's your kind of crazy. Question number 3. Would you rather live in the city or the woods? This one seems simple, but it's a psychological gem. Ask her, would you rather live in the constant buzz of the city or the quiet, peaceful isolation of the woods? Then, and this is important, ask why. If she says city life, maybe she thrives on energy, people, and opportunity. If she says the woods, maybe she values solitude, self-reflection, and nature's calm. The beauty here is that it forces her to pick between two polar opposites, no middle ground, which often reveals a lot more than she expects. And here's the subtle psychology. Her answer might just tell you whether your long-term lifestyles would ever align. Because let's face it, a Wall Street workaholic and a mountain cabin dreamer don't always mix. Notice the micro reactions when you ask these questions. the spark in her eyes, the way her body language changes. Sometimes the way she answers tells you more than the words themselves. Question number 4. If I gave you $1,000 right now, what would you do with it? Picture this. You slide an envelope across the table. Inside $1,000, no strings attached. Her eyes widen. Her mind starts racing. What does she do? Will she blow it instantly? Maybe on a shopping spree or booking the first available plane ticket to a tropical paradise? Or will she play it safe, tucking it away into savings, paying off some student loans or investing it into something long-term? Here's why this question is so telling. Money decisions are a reflection of values. If you were in a relationship and your incomes were shared, would you agree with her choice? This is where you get a sneak peek into her priorities, instant gratification, or future security. Dark psychology tip. Watch how quickly she answers. An immediate, confident answer often means she knows exactly what she values most. A slow, thoughtful pause might mean she weighs decisions carefully before acting, which can be either a strength or a warning sign, depending on your own style. Question number 5. When was the first time you broke the law? This one. Oh, this one is fun. We're not asking about the last time, which could be messy. We're asking about the first time, that tiny little rebellion from her past. Was she a rebellious teen with a need for adrenaline? Maybe she got a speeding ticket the moment she got her driver's license. Maybe she and her friends once accidentally walked out of a store without paying for candy. Or maybe she's the halo-wearing angel who's never so much as jaywalked. The key here is tone. Keep it light, playful, and non-judgmental. This question isn't about digging up trouble. It's about pulling back the curtain on her younger self. It's an instant way to spark a storytelling moment where she relives a little piece of her past, and you get to see the spark of her old rebellious or rule-following side. Question number 6. What's your favorite holiday? Now, holidays, they sound sweet and simple, but for couples, they can be a battlefield. So it's better to know early where she stands. Does she love the excitement of Halloween, costumes, parties, and candy until midnight? Does she crave the coziness of Christmas, decorating the tree, baking cookies, and building gingerbread houses? Or is she the type who finds holidays stressful, even exhausting, and prefers to avoid them altogether? This isn't just about knowing her favorite celebration. It's about understanding how she wants to spend special days with you. If she loves big, extravagant holidays, and you're the type who'd rather order takeout and watch movies, that difference could cause friction later. And if you're aligned, it's one more thing that will make those shared moments feel magical instead of tense. Question number 7. What's your ideal date? Ask this one and you instantly skip years of guessing games because she'll tell you in her own words what a perfect night out looks like. Is it something calm and intimate like dinner and a movie, or snuggling on the couch with a bottle of wine? Or is it something extreme like bungee jumping, river rafting, or dancing until sunrise? This isn't just about date ideas. It's about how she defines fun with you. Because if her perfect date is an all-night city adventure, but you're a homebody, you'll both end up frustrated. But if you're in sync, every date will feel like you're speaking the same love language. Pro tip for maximum impact. After she shares her answer, lock it away in your memory and surprise her with that exact date later. That's how you turn a good impression into a lasting one. We're only halfway through, but the next questions aren't just fun. They dig deeper. They pull out secrets, dreams, and even hidden fears. Stick around because these are the ones that will make her think about you long after the conversation ends. Question number 8. What's one of your secrets I don't know yet? Now this is where things get interesting. It's completely open-ended, which means she can go anywhere with her answer. She might share something fun, like her hidden passion for hula dancing, or that she once had a secret life as a street racer. Or she might go deep, opening up about a personal chapter from her past that she's never told you before. Here's why this question works like magic. It forces vulnerability. When someone tells you a secret, no matter how big or small, it creates an instant sense of intimacy. It says, I trust you with this. And trust, gentlemen, is the currency of attraction. Dark psychology tip. When she shares her secret, don't rush in with a joke or your own story. Hold eye contact, nod. Let that silence breathe for a moment. It tells her you're really listening, and that will make her feel understood on a level most men never reach. Question number 9. If you could take a tow vacation anywhere in the world, where would you go? She has the freedom to escape her everyday life for 2 whole weeks. No work, no responsibilities, just her and her dream destination. Would she choose the flashing lights and endless energy of Vegas, the sun-drenched beaches of Bali, the romance of Paris, or maybe the untouched wilderness of Costa Rica? Her choice isn't just about the location. It's about what she's craving in life right now. If she wants Vegas, maybe she's feeling restless, craving excitement. If she chooses a quiet beach, she might be overwhelmed and longing for rest. Here's the beauty of this question. By learning what she wants to escape to, you also learn what she wants to escape from. And if you understand her escape, you can become the person who gives her more of what she needs without her even having to ask. Question Durton. If you could have one superpower, what would it be and how would you use it? This one seems playful, but trust me, it reveals more than you think. Does she want to fly? Chasing adventure and freedom? Does she want to teleport because she's curious, loves travel, or hates waiting? Or does she go for something wild like reading minds or shooting lasers from her eyes? Whatever her answer, there's always a deeper layer. Superpowers are reflections of desires and frustrations in real life. Maybe she wants invisibility because she craves privacy. Maybe she wants super strength because she's tired of feeling powerless in certain areas of her life. And here's the bonus. Once you know the why behind her choice, you've just unlocked a piece of her inner world that most people never see. That's gold, gentlemen. Pure gold. So there you have it. 10 powerful psychology-backed questions that do more than fill awkward silences. They spark curiosity. They reveal values. They create emotional connections that most guys never even think about building. Now, remember, it's not about firing these off like an interrogation. It's about weaving them naturally into conversation, letting one answer lead into the next question. If you enjoyed this and you're ready to go deeper into the female mind, into the little things women never say out loud but think every day, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Because here on Path Stoic, we don't just talk about attraction, we understand it. While you're here, check out the next video on your screen. Trust me, it's one you won't want to miss. Thank you for watching, gentlemen. Until next time, this is Amelia reminding you, when you ask better questions, you get better answers and better connections.